Yo, what's up guys? Welcome on into the developer updates of February 2024. Almost said May. This is weird. Weird update. Some things are being changed that they're being changed in such a way where I didn't expect them to do it. So the pig, first of all, is getting some decent buffs and some pretty heavy nerfs. Her ambush duration is now 0.3 seconds longer than it used to be. The attack cooldowns have also been changed. It's now 2.7 instead of 3, and the miss is 1.5. It was 2. So those are just straight numerical buffs. No matter how you fry it, how you crack it, it's a buff. Her crouch also got buffed rather dramatically. She moves at the same speed as Ghostface now. It's 3.8 meters a second, and the time to crouch is now 1 second. It was 1.3. So again, some minor changes, but these are buffs, and they will feel good. I think that this is going to improve her chase. These changes are a little more skeptical. I kind of like where they're going, but I think that the execution could be improved. One of the issues with Pig currently is that she can kind of just kill someone. Like if she really wants to, she downs them, puts a trap on them, and then just crouches and follows the person, and there's nothing the person can do. They'll eventually just die. Yeah, it will take them 2.5 minutes, but they'll eventually die. It's sort of like an old Legion situation, old Deep Wound situation, where the person just dies. A very, very long time ago, when they first patched Legion and Deep Wound, they made it so that the pig's RPTs would stop if you were within, I think, the terror radius, or maybe it was a fixed range from the pig. I don't know why they're not going to try and redo that. They're just bumping up the time by another 30 seconds. So it's going to take 180 seconds now to kill someone with pig instead of 150. Yeah, I don't know about that. We'll have to see how this plays out, but I think the chase changes they did are good. I think that this could use some work. I do like this change though. You no longer see jigsaw boxes. That's nice. I think that's fair. It was kind of silly that she could, and she was incentivized to tunnel. It was really cringe. Hag got some questionable changes. The teleport distance is buffed. Thank God. It's now 48 meters. It was 40. I still think this should just be global, but that's just me. They've also, I don't even know why they bother changing this. This is pointless. It's a 0.1 second difference. You're not going to notice it. Also, this isn't actually 0.9, you know, over 1. It's like, I believe the full setting time takes 2 seconds, half a second in, 1 second doing the animation, and half a second out. So this is literally 1.9 seconds instead of 2 seconds. That's basically this buff. I don't think this is very good. I would rather they just don't do it. It breaks synergy with Trapper, or not synergy, but parity, I mean, where Trapper and Hag have the same attributes for trap setting. That's broken now because all this other stuff. The trigger duration's now 6 seconds, which I think is pretty good. I think that's cool. And the time to wipe away, aka disarmor trap, is now 4 seconds. It was 3.5. By the way, they copied 3.5 seconds off of Trapper's bear traps. This is the only change I like, and even then, I think that this could be improved. This is nice, but I've never really had an issue. This shouldn't be an issue if the trap teleporting was just global. Just saying. They also changed some other stuff here. So the trigger range is now more accurate, which I think is also stupid. Basically, scroll wheel hags are stronger. I'm not a fan of this. And then they also changed a bunch of add-ons so that they now make this even more accurate. Snooze. As you can tell, so far, it's extremely torn for me. I'm not a huge fan of most of these changes. Clown got a bunch of changes I actually think are pretty cool. They buffed the speed boost duration to 6 seconds from 5 seconds. I don't think that needed to happen, but I think it's cool that it did happen. It's not the change I would make, but it's nice. They also reduced the activation time to 2 seconds. This is for his yellow bottles, by the way. Yellow bottles got buffed ever so slightly. So now they activate a little bit quicker than they did before, and they last a little bit longer than they did before. Then they also changed the bottle carry capacity to 6. It was 4. This is gin bottle base kit. I would have started with 5 to put him in parity with Huntress, but you'll see soon enough that that simply does not matter. They also made it so that the afterpiece tonic is less annoying. Basically, it's not going to be as sickening for people with motion sickness. Basically, it's not as nauseating. I like most of the clown changes. I think my main thing with the clown changes is they're nice, but they're not the changes I would have personally made. I think that's probably what you're getting from this. Is I like the changes or the direction that some changes are going, but the numbers or maybe the execution of some things is not something I'm on board with. That's more or less most of how I feel about this. Doctor got some numerical buffs. I think this is pretty much all he needed. Shock therapy range is now 12 meters, and the detonation delay is a little bit quicker. So he has range and cooldown base kit, basically, or not cooldown. I mean, yeah, shock delay, whatever. Basically, the discipline add-ons. He has discipline and range base kit, so that's nice. Demogorgon got a nice buff. Blackheart's base kit. You shred 0.3 seconds faster than you did before, so that's nice. Huntress got giga buffed for some reason. They upped her hatchet capacity to 7. Not a needed change. They also increased her speed when holding the hatchet to 3.54, was 3.08. Again, not a needed change whatsoever. And then they also increased her wind-up speed by 10%. So she has Babushka base kit. What the fuck? This is dumb. This needs to just, this entire part right here, this part, delete it. Remove it. It's dumb. I think this is dumb. This is cool. I like that. I also like that. I think that this is largely cool as well, even though I don't like the numbers. I think the idea is cool. Hag, Snooze, Pig, I think is largely cool. I think this is less cool, specifically this. This part right here. I think that's not so cool. Blight got a buff to his Eerie. It's now a cap of 3 instead of a cap of 2. Okay. No thoughts, head empty. As long as we don't bring back old Alkring, I don't think I have a problem with Blight. Mangled got like the worst nerf in history. And by that, I mean, it's just being reverted to how Mangled used to work, which I think is a horrible idea, but okay, cool, I guess. Mangled now lasts on a timer. It can either be 60 seconds or 90 seconds, which means that a survivor can just choose not to heal, and then they can heal at max speed, which I think is dumb. I don't think that Mangled being at 25% was healthy, but I also don't think that this is healthy. I think that we should have just nerfed the percentage that Mangled did. It currently does a 25% speed penalty to healing speeds. I think that could be easily brought down to 15%. And it would be perfectly fine. 15% slower heal, 20% slower heal, A-okay. This nerfs hit and run. This nerfs specifically Ghostface. Doesn't do anything to Legion, but it nerfs Ghostface. It nerfs literally every stealth killer, like Wraith, for instance. It also affects loosely other killers like Pig, who I'm not going to consider her a stealth killer just because nobody really uses crouch, although that might change with the crouch changes. I don't like the Mangled update. I don't think it's very good. I think a simple statistic change would be fine. And then the Bloodweb got buffed so that you can now use auto Bloodweb pretty much all the time. You don't have to prestige each individual character. You just prestige somebody once in the game, killer, survivor, and now you have auto Bloodweb unlocked for everybody. So yeah, those are my thoughts on the dev update. I guess we'll just have to see how this all plays out in game. Maybe the changes are fine. Maybe I'm just kind of overreacting. Maybe I'm stupid. But I don't know, man. 8K hours of experience. A lot of these changes I'm not a fan of. See ya.